Imagine meeting someone who feels right. The connection is instant. The conversations flow. You feel seen, understood, even excited about what could come next. But then, something changes. They pull away. Or maybe you do. They become distant. Or suddenly, you feel anxious, overthinking every message, every silence. And before you understand what happened, you find yourself in the same situation again. Different person. Same emotional pattern. So the question is not just, why do relationships fail? The deeper question is, why do we keep attracting the wrong people? Before we go further, take 1 second, subscribe to Love Psychology Lab, like this video, and share it with someone who needs clarity in their love life. Because understanding this can change everything. In modern dating, attraction is not random. It is psychological. What draws you to someone is often not their qualities alone, but your attachment style, a pattern formed early in life that quietly shapes how you love, how you trust, and how you respond to emotional closeness. The British psychologist John Bowlby, the father of attachment theory, showed that our earliest relationships create an internal blueprint for love. And that blueprint follows us into adulthood. Whether you are a man or a woman, this pattern operates beneath awareness. There are generally 3 main attachment styles: secure, anxious, avoidant. And understanding them might explain why your relationships feel the way they do. A securely attached person is comfortable with intimacy and independence. They communicate openly. They don't fear closeness. And they don't run from it either. This is the healthiest pattern. But here's the reality of modern dating. Many people are not operating from security. Anxious attachment is driven by fear of abandonment. If you are anxious, you crave closeness deeply. You may overthink messages, seek reassurance, and feel unsettled when your partner becomes distant. You don't just want love. You need to feel certain that it won't disappear. Avoidant attachment is the opposite. If you are avoidant, closeness can feel overwhelming. You may value independence so much that emotional intimacy feels like a threat. You withdraw. You create distance. Not because you don't feel, but because feeling too much feels unsafe. Now here is where it becomes powerful and painful. People with anxious attachment are often drawn to avoidant partners. And avoidant individuals are often drawn to anxious ones. This creates a cycle. One person moves closer. The other pulls away. The more one chases, the more the other distances. It feels like chemistry. But in reality, it is a psychological loop. The philosopher Alain de Botton once suggested that we don't simply fall in love with people who are good for us. We fall in love with those who feel familiar. Even if that familiarity comes from emotional inconsistency, distance, or unpredictability. In other words, we are not always attracted to what is healthy. We are attracted to what we recognize. Modern dating makes this even more intense. Dating apps, endless options, and fast-paced connections create environments where avoidant behaviors are rewarded and emotional depth is delayed. People can disappear easily. They can keep things undefined. They can stay emotionally unavailable, without consequences. And for someone with an anxious attachment, this feels like a constant emotional roller coaster. But let's be clear. This is not about blaming men. It is not about blaming women. Both can be anxious. Both can be avoidant. Both can struggle with emotional patterns they didn't consciously choose. This is about awareness. Because once you understand your pattern, you stop taking everything personally. You stop asking, why am I not enough? And you start asking, what pattern am I repeating? Carl Jung once said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. That is exactly what happens in relationships. Without awareness, you will keep meeting different people, but living the same emotional experience. So how do you break the cycle? You begin by recognizing your attachment style. You notice your reactions, your triggers, your emotional patterns. You learn to pause instead of react. You move toward emotional security, not by finding the perfect partner, but by becoming more secure within yourself. Because the truth is simple, but powerful, you don't attract what you want. You attract what aligns with your emotional patterns. And when those patterns change, everything changes. If this made you reflect, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to Love Psychology Lab for deeper insights into love, behavior, and human psychology. Like this video so more people can discover it. And share it with someone who keeps asking, why does this always happen to me? Because sometimes the answer is not out there. It's within.